Welcome to Mental Health Breakthroughs for Young Adults and Families. I'm your host, Carey Conley. This podcast is dedicated to helping young adults navigate through the challenges and learning curves that they're experiencing in every area of life. My personal episodes will be dedicated to helping you with getting clarity, direction, moving through adversity, and living with purpose and hope. I will also be bringing you amazing guests to discuss topics such as finances, career choices, relationships, grief, addiction, positive mindset, mental health, and more. I am on a mission to help you live a life that you love and have the confidence to go after your dreams. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Mental Health Breakthroughs for Young Adults and their Families. I am wanting to talk to you about a subject today that I think is a very big topic and one that I think crosses everybody's minds a lot, and it's the topic of fear. And I want to really talk about something you've probably heard of called feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and how your vision, having a really powerful vision for your life, can help you move through the fear and go after your big dreams, especially if you're a young adult right now, that you're really thinking through your life choices, your career path you want to go on, all the dreams that you have in your heart, and you're feeling a little bit ambivalent about all of it, feeling like you're a little bit stuck, maybe even feeling like you're already behind, which I've been hearing a lot from in the young adults that I've been talking to. And I want to talk this topic through because I'm hoping this will help you make a breakthrough and that you will be able to start taking some baby steps in the direction that you really want to go. Because I know for a fact that a lot of the people who get to my age, or maybe even not as old as me, get to a point where they look back on their path in their life and they wish they had gone a different direction. Or there's something that they're still wanting to do, a dream in their heart that they're not going after. And it's the fear that's stopping them. And I know we all feel this. And I want you to know that I'm doing this podcast episode as much for you today as I am for me, because I'm taking a lot of leaps in my own career and my personal life that is bringing up a lot of fear and doubt for me, to be honest. And I've learned how to move through that. And so I'm going to share a little bit about that with you today. But I want you to know some truths about fear. First of all, I know you all have probably heard this acronym before, but fear stands for false evidence appearing real, which means the first thing I want to say about fear is that most of it, if not all of it, is not true. All the things that you are fearing, all the lies that you hear yourself saying to yourself and others saying to you are not really true. They're just meant to keep you derailed from going after, your authentic self, what's real for you and what you really should be doing. So I want you to identify that a lot of times what you're feeling is just a perspective you have of what you're going after. And that's the second truth I want to talk about is I have found, and this is from my own personal experience, that when I'm feeling the most amount of fear, it's not that I'm about to do something that I think is wrong. It's usually because I'm going in the direction of doing something really, really right. So, for example, when I come into the studio and record these episodes, I get a little anxious about them. Every time I get ready to do a workshop, every time I get ready to do a really big event, which I'm getting ready to do in September, and I'll start announcing that soon, I can feel it. I can feel the anxiety. I can feel that, all the doubt creep in. And what I've learned from that is that I'm not doing anything that is going to cause anybody harm. I'm about to do something really, really right. So change your perspective on that, you guys. If you really feel that anxiousness come up in you when you're starting to go after a dream and take some baby steps, realize that you are on the right path. The last thing I want to tell you about fear is that it's never a matter of it going away for you to go after your dreams. It's a matter of pushing through it anyway, feeling the fear and doing it. And the way that I've been able to go through that and move through that is that I have a vision that is so big of what I'm wanting to do and what I want to create in my life that it helps me take those baby steps every single day. So if you're feeling like you're hearing all these lies, you're feeling like you're going in the wrong direction, and you're pacing in front of that wall, and instead of pushing through the fear and going after your dream anyway, I want you to know that the fear is never going to go away. And I think a lot of times that's what people do is they feel like, okay, when I get to the point where I have the courage or I have the confidence or I feel like I really know what I'm doing, that's when I'll go after my dreams and really do it. And I have to tell you guys, again, most of the people I know my age are really regretting that they didn't go after their dreams sooner and are really worried that they're going to die with regret. So if you're pacing in front of the wall waiting for that fear to go away, you're still listening to the lies, you feel like you're doing something wrong, I just want to encourage you that you are doing nothing wrong and you just have to really get clear on what that vision is. So the key to working through your fear and doing it anyway is that you've got to have a vision that is so big you can't ignore it. And the way that I've moved through that early in my life, especially when I was a young adult, was the things that I wanted to create, not just for me, but for my family, were the things that made me take the baby steps every single day, no matter how I was feeling and no matter what was going on in my life circumstantially. So I want to give you some exercises to do today. The first thing I want to tell you to do is you've got to get really clear on what that vision is. And most people do not take the time to do what I'm going to ask you to do, but it's a game changer. I want you to take some time, get a fresh journal, legal pad of paper, whatever it is, and I want you to start by writing out the 10 reasons you want to go after that dream. Write out everything, anything that comes to top of mind. It can be the lifestyle that you want to create, the vacations you want to go on, the home you want to live in eventually, all of the things that you can think of. If you can dream about it, put it on paper. Once you get those 10, I want you to write 10 more, and I want you to dig deeper. Because a lot of times the first 10 things we write about are things that are things, like things I just mentioned, cars, homes, trips, lifestyle. Those are all great things, but we can easily talk ourselves out of wanting those things when days are really tough. We can go down into saying, you know what, I don't really need to take all those trips, and why do I need a bigger home anyway? And, I'm happy with things the way I am. So I want you to start with those 10, but I want you to dig a little deeper and write 10 more. And these are the things that are more emotionally attached to who you want to become and the impact you want to make in this world, and especially the lifestyle you want to create for you and your family. These are the things that when I was first becoming an entrepreneur, they had us write all these out. And the thing they told me to get to was write the why that makes you cry, the one that really, really hits home, the one that you know that if you don't go after this dream, you're going to really regret not doing it, and it's going to affect the lives of the other people around you. So much of what kept me going on the days where I wanted to quit so bad were the promises that I had made to my kids, the things that I had told them that we were going to have as a family and the things we were going to do. A lot of times those were vacations that I was able to take them on. And I have to tell you, now that I'm older and they're grown adults, and obviously you guys know my story, I've lost both my husband and my son, I am so grateful that I did not let fear shut me down, and I went after that dream, and I created all those things, that vision that I told them we were going to create as a family. Huge gratitude for that. So dig a little deeper. Start with the first 10. Write 10 more, keep writing until you get to the one that you know is that if you have to verbalize it to somebody else, and this is the second thing I want you to do, I want you to share your vision with other people. And I want it to get to the point where when you're sharing it with that person you trust, that you are sharing the deepest ones that really make you emotional when you talk about it. I do the same thing. I have people I'm surrounded with in my own community that encourage me on the days where it gets tough, and they remind me of the vision that I have, and most especially the one that's the most important, that makes me cry, right? So go after your dreams, face the fear. It's never going to go away. You have a dream in you that you know you are meant to do, and you're the only one who can do it. And I really want to encourage you in that. And the last thing I want to tell you is that you need a community of people around you. I've been so blessed early on, especially when I started my first business, that I had a community of people that reminded me daily of my vision. They reminded me of my greatness. They reminded me to forget about the fears and the lies that I was feeling, and to really just keep going and take the baby steps. And so if you don't have that community, I want to encourage you now to listen to the end of this podcast and learn about the new community that I've just launched, literally, called Vision is Victory Academy. It's a community, again, for young adults and their families to go after their vision and their dreams, to learn some more life skills around money, relationships, self-care. I have a large group of experts that are putting masterclasses into this community around those topics. And I personally am going to be offering live coaching and Q&A time in the community. So check it out. Listen to the end of this episode about Vision is Victory. Sign up today and I'll see you there. And I'm here to remind you to keep looking up. Design the life you've always dreamed of with Viva, Vision is Victory Academy. Join us and discover how to transform your vision into victory. Whether you're seeking clarity, resilience, or a path to personal growth, Viva is here to guide you every step of the way. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Make it happen with Viva. Sign up today at visionisvictoryacademy.com and take the first steps towards a life of purpose and passion. Your future self will thank you.